Why you miss someone who was bad for you. Have you ever missed someone who hurt you? Someone who made you cry, questioned your worth, or gave you more pain than peace, but somehow you still find yourself thinking about them? You know they weren't good for you. You know the relationship drained you. You know going back might reopen old wounds. So why does your heart still look for them? Why do you miss someone who was bad for you? The answer is deeper than love. It's connected to your brain, your emotions, and the attachment you built with someone who became a part of your life. And today, we're going to talk about the uncomfortable truth behind why letting go can feel harder than staying. Welcome back to the Hard Truth Podcast, a place where we talk about the psychology behind love, relationships, attachment, and the things people don't always say out loud. And today, we're talking about something many people experience but don't always understand. Missing someone who wasn't good for you. Because sometimes the hardest person to move on from isn't the person who loved you perfectly. It's the person who hurt you, confused you, and left you wondering why you still care. Imagine someone named Sarah. Sarah met someone who made her feel something she hadn't felt in a long time. At the beginning, everything felt magical. The late-night conversations, the constant messages, the feeling of finally finding someone who understood her. She felt chosen. But slowly, things started changing. Some days he was loving and affectionate. Other days, he disappeared. Some days, he made her feel like the most important person in the world. Other days, she felt like she was begging for the same attention she once received freely. And the confusing part? The bad moments didn't make her stop loving him. They made her chase the good moments even more. Because every time he came back and showed affection again, it felt like a reward. And that's where psychology comes in. One reason you miss someone who is bad for you is because your brain doesn't only remember how someone treated you, it remembers how they made you feel. Your brain stores emotional experiences deeply. You might not miss the arguments. You might not miss the anxiety. You might not miss feeling ignored. You miss the version of them from the beginning. The person who made you laugh. The person who made you feel special. The person who made you believe something beautiful was possible. Sometimes, you're not missing the person. You're missing the feeling you had when you thought they were the person you needed. There's also a psychological reason why unhealthy relationships can feel so addictive. It's called intermittent reinforcement. This is when something positive happens unpredictably. Think about a slot machine. If you knew you would never win, you would stop playing. But because you sometimes win, your brain keeps hoping the next time will be different. Relationships can work the same way. Someone gives you attention. Then they pull away. They apologize. Then they repeat the behavior. They make you feel loved. Then they make you question everything. And your brain starts chasing the next good moment. You begin thinking, maybe they'll change. Maybe the person I met in the beginning will come back. Maybe this time will be different. But sometimes, you're not holding on to who they are. You're holding on to who they were. Another reason you miss someone who is bad for you is because losing someone is also losing a version of yourself. Think about it. When you're with someone, you create memories. Places become connected to them. Songs remind you of them. Certain times of day feel empty without them. You don't just lose a person. You lose routines. You lose plans. You lose the future you imagined. And sometimes, you're grieving a future that never happened. A future where they finally became the person you needed them to be. But here's the difficult truth. Missing someone does not always mean they were right for you. You can miss someone and still know they were hurting you. You can love someone and still accept that they are not healthy for your life. Feelings are not always proof. Your heart can remember the good, while your mind remembers the damage. Both can exist at the same time. You can miss the person who hurt you. You can wish things were different. You can still care and still choose yourself. Sometimes we hold on to people because accepting the truth means accepting that we invested so much into something that didn't work. The time, the energy, the love, the chances we gave, the excuses we made. Walking away can feel like admitting defeat. But sometimes walking away isn't giving up. Sometimes it's finally listening to the part of yourself that has been asking for peace. The hardest people to forget are not always the ones who loved us the most. Sometimes they are the ones who gave us just enough love to make us stay, but not enough consistency to make us feel safe. And healing is not about pretending you never cared. It's about understanding why you cared. It's about realizing that missing someone is not always a sign that you should return. Sometimes it's just a sign that you are human, because the heart takes time to catch up with what the mind already knows. So let me ask you this. Are you missing the person who was actually there? Or are you missing the version of them you kept hoping they would become?